to bring the homeless poor into your house. In the name of every homeless person in America, we today gather to say to our leaders that time has run out for the promises of a kinder and gentler America, promises of justice and fairness. We are here today to say that between the promise and the deed is an inking abyss filled with the shattered lives of millions of our brothers and sisters.
In the summer of 1988, our sisters voted to form a separate corporation in order to get involved with housing for people who have experienced or are experiencing homelessness. And then in the fall of 1989, it was announced that there would be a march on Washington to attempt to end homelessness. The mantra was, we want to end homelessness and we want to end it within 10 years. When we first moved in here, we've got pictures of the sisters getting the utilities, drawers all filled with the silverware, we had the pots and pans and everything, you know. So. And I remember coming over, the very first mother lived in this apartment. So when I'd come over and visit, the little one would be here in a walker or something.
Before Humility Homes and Services, I was single 16 at the time, had my daughter at 16, struggling with just making ends meet. When my school counselor sat down with me to do my last audit of your credits, you know, at school, and you had to, I think, have 21 credits to graduate, and he said he wouldn't have put a dime on me when I first walked in.
A religious community has to have a mission, and so we needed to get a mission, and the Pope had said, respond to the needs of the times, especially the social conditions. So we explored the social conditions, and that's how this all evolved.
This is our Fresh Start Center. It was started almost 25 years ago by Sister Marianne's mom, Gertrude. She started it as a way to give back to the Agency of Humility Mary Housing as a fundraiser, and then also to participants. This space opened after the sisters bought it for us 7 years ago, I believe it was. And so it is a way for us to collect donations for our participants, as well as we do a Fresh Start sale twice a year to raise money for our organization also.
I think here we really try to emphasize the importance of everybody. How important it is, you know, for them to have new clothes or nice looking clothes, to go to school prepared, to feel confident in themselves, to have good self-esteem. So when participants come in with their children, we try to be very welcoming. We try to direct them to different areas where their children can get things that they want. We suggest ideas. If they don't have school supplies, we supply them, because the first day of school, everybody needs school supplies to feel like they're really a part. So I think we just make it a very welcoming, comforting environment, so they feel comfortable coming in and, you know, talking and getting things they need.
We've never been afraid to look ahead, see what's coming on the horizon, and change our services to meet the population that we serve. So we've had to change some of the definitions of how we work with people, or the individuals that we work with experiencing homelessness. We've grown our program strategically in order to help the greatest need and help the most at-risk population.
I think in America we really still have this misconception that if you just work hard enough, if you just try hard enough, if you can just find a job and just work it until you're dead, that you can somehow pull yourself up by your bootstraps and everything's going to be fine, sort of regardless of what hand you were dealt as a child or regardless of what hand you were dealt as an adult. Here at Humility Homes and Services, we don't believe that. We believe that that's sort of a false dream, and that many people, especially right here in our community, are dealt an extremely unfortunate hand.
I became a stay-at-home mom with my youngest. I was a CNA for over 15 years, and so we had some issues in our family, and it made it possible where I just became a stay-at-home mom for my youngest. Well, I didn't know at the time that if you didn't work, your certificate for you expires. So by the time my youngest graduated out of high school and I went to go back to work, the certificate was no good anymore, and I didn't know that, and so I didn't have no money so I can put myself back through school and all that stuff. So it was just like a spiral down, I just didn't have the funds to do that.
My brothers and my sisters, this is America, the richest nation in the history of the world, a God-blessed nation. No one should go homeless in our nation. Even those who are down on their luck, their condition is not a measure of their worth, it's a measure of our worth.
All that has to happen is one thing. You can have a job, your car breaks down, you can't get to work, you can't earn money, you lose your home. One thing. So many people are living on the edges.
Let us go forth from this day with dignity and discipline to tell this affluent nation to do the right thing. Let's tell America to fight poverty, to fight for the poor. Let America stop blaming the victims. Let's tell America to live up to its promises to bring equality and justice to our land. Let us keep marching for justice, for a society where people get help they need to be independent, and little kids can sleep in their own beds, in their own homes, and not in some shelter on some street corner grading. So carry the banner high, carry it proudly, carry it till the struggle for parity is won. Thank you and God bless.